Hey, it's Role Playing Public Radio. We're playing Fall of Delta Green, the Borellus connection. This is Operation Second Look, Part 2, Episode 10, I believe, and things are going great for our agents.
Everything's fine.
They are looking forward to being sealed into a crate with a sarcophagus from ancient Egypt, and things are just going swell.
Just bachelor party.
But before that, shortly before you head out, Agent Nelson shows up finally.
Oh my God!
Yeah. So Agent Nelson, you were not present for the last mission because you had your own mission to head back to Easter Island. And I want to play a little vignette scene where we role play that because it is considered it's a field assignment, but considered low danger. So your job is also to help give some field experience to 3 brand new Delta Green agents, people who have not seen the elephant like you. And your job really is to assess them to see if they're worth going on being sent out on more dangerous assignments. So you're the senior agent for this mission, and your mission is very simple. You're just going there to retrieve the stolen drugs and powder that seems to be made from people and has some sort of necromantic, unnatural properties.
Insert soil and green.
But I want to let this is a pure role playing thing. So I want to go around the table. Everybody. First off, Agent Nelson, how are you feeling about this assignment being taken aside?
Playing back on the play. I've made peace with the constant exhaustion that it takes to have this job, this mode of employment that I, for some reason, agreed to.
All right, so we'll go around the table and you can just describe what your agent what this novice agent looks like and what they say, how they introduce themselves to Agent Nelson. So
let's see. So mine is. Some young guy, basically crew cut in his 20s in an Air Force uniform. You see by the rank right now as a senior airman. So Joseph Halifax just kind of does his usual sir, what are you doing?
Joey Hal. So I call you Joey Hal.
My brother only calls me Joey, and he beat me up a lot. But fine. I can't argue. So
excellent.
Next up, Tom.
Oh yeah, definitely young kid. Early to mid 20s. The epitome of I'm just a low-ranking analyst for the CIA. Mm-hmm. I started working out of college, clearly looking for some says I'm going to be behind a desk looking at intelligence because that's what I do.
Show the first day of work with that T-shirt that says "No, I will not fix your computer." That kind of shit.
Yeah, 1968. I will not look at your punch cards. Yeah.
Terrence Breckenridge.
I will not debug UNIVAC.
All right. And
I don't trust any computer that's not the size of a room.
That's the only ones that are out there.
His name is Fitz. He is the child of a minor U.S. congressman who got forced into, the government agency of your choice by nepotism.
Okay.
And he's just putting in time until his inevitable promotion.
Okay.
Shows up with an lei and a Hawaiian shirt because he does not know where Easter Island is. But he's undercover.
An effective cover.
Good on you, buddy.
He's got a big Panama hat.
Yeah, we'll say what would be the funniest agency for him to be in? How about Missile Command? He's technically one of the people. You're going to be in charge of nukes, but you've been pulled. This is supposed to be a prestigious that helps boost your career real fast.
Yeah.
Get some field. Get some field experience. Yeah.
So this is your circus, Agent Nelson. Do you want to give your agents a briefing before you go, or you just tell them, keep them in the dark, and be here at this time to board the plane?
I'll keep them in the dark until they get on the plane and we reconnoiter on Easter Island.
Okay.
Let's see here. Screen fades in. Camera is rack center on one of the famous Eastern Line Moai heads. Camera goes slightly right. Emerging from behind the Moai head are 4 men in uniform going down the beach.
In uniform? Not in civilian clothing?
Whatever we're dressed as.
Okay. It's your call. You're in charge. What are you dressed as?
Totally a 60s suit.
Yeah.
No, I need Fitz in his absolutely gorgeous getup. I need Joey Howell here.
Yeah.
Whatever you dressed in is fine.
White shirt, red tie, like I just walked out of Mission Control.
Okay, yeah, falling down like Michael Douglas kind of look. Yeah, all right. And Joey Halifax.
Military fatigues.
Hawaiian shirt, military fatigues, office attire, and how are you dressed?
Let's see here. I got like a light jacket with like a really dirty white T-shirt underneath it. Like I've obviously been working at it and probably like I came out of a car shop.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're told that you should not just this is an assessment. So you can get the powder. And just go, but like that's not much to assess them on. So now you do know you could go to the beach, Well,
I figure what I'll do is I'll assess them on this. I'm going to be like, okay, so...
Or you could do an experiment with the powder. Yeah. So,
a lot of the caches that Elder Green makes have very distinct looks that, but they're excellent because unless you know what you're looking for, you won't actually see them. Mm-hmm. So, I'm not going to tell you exactly where it is. But I'll give you like a so many yard radius thing. Okay. And then the further grade your abilities, I'm going to need you to give me an estimate of what the money worth is of this package that we're picking up. Okay, and I need you to be completely honest with the total contents of this cache.
Okay. All right.
I'm very good at math, sir. I can't consider.
Pushing up glasses. Yes. All right. Yeah. Probably the big square Coke bottle ones. Yeah. All right.
I'm going to be staying nearby.
What's their per diem?
Per diem? Oh, they didn't go over that with you. Well,
it's Mars bar.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll have to hire laborers, of course.
So per diem is kind of like the coffee fund or something like that. So if you kind of got to kick it.
I mean, you do get a per diem. It's still a legitimate thing at this point. So, you did get your airplane tickets and boarding will be covered. But it's like the equivalent of $50 today. It's enough to eat and not and have a roof over your head. But that's about it. So, yeah. All right. So you've been now. If I remember, it was sort of like in a culvert off. Yeah.
It's literally in a drainage ditch off the side of the road.
Yeah.
We did not go far.
Yeah.
It was not a very distinct work operation.
Yeah. That's why they wanted you to hustle back and get it very quickly.
Yeah. I was like, can you believe that flight? I can't imagine making this more than once.
Mr. Nelson, why did you mark the site right now as mass grave? That seems like an odd code name for this.
Joey.
Yes, sir?
You're hallucinating. And you're bothering me. I need you to go find that cache.
Oh, okay, so...
I'm grading you. Sternly.
All right, so I'll just go to each of the agents and you can describe how you're searching for it, and then we'll just each roll a d6 and the highest one wins. But Agent Fitz, how are you going through this drainage ditch?
I'm not. I'm standing above it and sort of looking down with a handkerchief over my mouth.
Great. All right.
I don't often vacation in the tropics. Have any of you been to Aspen?
I think Easter Island is pretty cold, usually. It's not a super warm island, too. So.
No. He doesn't know. He thinks he's in Hawaii.
Well, I don't know. We're near Christmas Island. Maybe they got some skiing for you over there.
Yeah. All right. So Fitz is not even trying.
You went to the Belgian Aspen.
Breckenridge, what about you? How are you? What's your approach?
It's there's all kinds of possible dangers down there. I mean, I can't imagine it's sanitary or anything like that. It's a good place to hide something, I think. Because who's going to look there?
Do you have practice showering?
Yes.
Good. Then you're not going to have to worry how dirty it is. I am grading you.
Well, all right then. It's
Does that excite you, grades?
I am very excited. This is awesome. All right. I guess you got to roll them sleeves up. There we go. All right, let's get in. I'm gonna just get in here.
All right,
that cash.
All right, Agent Halifax.
Yeah, obviously the
smells like poo gas in here.
Yeah, that's like that. My the legs on my jumper are basically on the fatigues are basically just rolled up right now, and I have a stick out that I managed to procure where I'm just kind of poking through. That's around the muck, trying to see if I can dislodge something that is a larger than a bowl.
It looks good. It looks good. Okay. You're stirring the muck really good, like a soup.
All right.
This is also how we're searching for possible mines, you asshole.
All right, so you two get to roll d6, and whoever rolls highest rolls. You're not even trying, so.
My poking doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
3.
All right. I ain't got on a list somewhere, but I've passed the test.
So
Daddy will take care of it.
Daddy will take care of it, you're right.
Father.
So, yeah, you find the package.
It's this looks very cash-like, sir.
Yeah. It's a small traveler's, carry-on bag, and there's 2 plastic bags inside of it, both filled with powder. Or at least they feel like powder. They're not transparent. They're blue plastic, So, yeah, now...
It's like, we appear to have some bags full of a powdery substance.
or 2 bags, yeah.
Like, multiple bags.
Okay.
It's like, is this the cash, sir?
Well, is it? Is it the whole cache? Did you find everything? There's drugs too, right?
It's the drugs and the powder were both in the same bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you only found the powder.
No, you found both. It was all...
okay, so you found the drugs as well.
Yeah, they were all in the same... It says like a carry-on bag, basically.
Okay, all right.
A little other bag. It has 2 smaller plastic bags, one with heroin and one with, essential salts. But yeah, you know that second powder is not drugs. It's something weird and does weird, unnatural things to people. Because it did remember when that powder got in the air system, someone got possessed by a ghost of someone you'd killed earlier. So yeah. Yeah, but they don't know that, so yeah.
Sir, are these drugs, sir?
That's for the agency to determine.
I
But
see.
yes, go ahead and open the bag. I need you to tell me how much these drugs are worth.
Right away, sir. I did extensive study.
Heroin toss. $100,000, $150,000.
I did extensive.
Up your estimate, my friend.
I did extensive papers on the triangle drug trade.
Okay.
In school, he'll go through it
All right. Well, one bag is very clearly heroin, and that's
very clear. I'm actually heroin. I would say most likely from this eastern country.
the other powder is weird. It smells like burnt meat almost, and has a weird chemical smell to it as well, and is nothing you've encountered before.
I'm gonna give an estimated value of the heroin down to the I'll say the nickel.
Okay.
I hope to get down to the penny at some point. But I'm not familiar with this substance, sir. It's not like any drug I've ever seen before.
No, it isn't. It's certainly not.
Is it a new drug? Is there a new drug?
Oh, friend. I just take the bag. Friend. So I take the mummy bag. Okay, so all right, tell me, how much heroin's in there?
This bag, I'll give it down to the tenth of an ounce.
Sure.
And that value is what in today's dollars?
Insert actual amount, actual amount that only an analyst who loves math can do.
Mm-hmm.
And then my final question: where the hell is my Fifth Avenue bar?
I'd have to hazard a guess on Fifth Avenue, sir.
Here, sir.
No.
Excellent leadership.
Before I dragged you out here in the early dawn to do this, I had also stowed a Fifth Avenue bar alongside the cash to see which one of you was honest enough to not steal a man's goddamn candy. So I'd ask you once again, Agent Analyst, where the fuck's my chocolate?
I don't know, sir. I can't eat chocolate. I'm allergic.
Okay. Can I do sleight of hand just pull one out of his pocket?
Sure, yeah.
It's a magic trick, I planted it there.
Like you do for a child
Street
at
magic.
a birthday party. When there's a nickel behind it.
Exactly, that kind of shit.
So did that magically come out of the PX?
I knew he was a filthy drug-addicted draft dodger, sir.
And a hoarder of chocolate besides.
I tried to enlist, but my eyesight was terrible.
Chocolate owned by this mission's senior officer.
Excellent work, Captain Bill.
So,
Thank you, friends.
as you're all talking to each other, all of you can hear someone approaching. And it is, you said before, right at dawn, so nobody should be around here. But there is a person dressed rather poorly, just like they've been sleeping in the woods, and they have a wild expression in their eyes. And he looks at all of you. Do you hear it?
Sir, are you okay?
Do you hear?
He looks intoxicated, sir.
I hear the wind, I hear my friends breathing, and I hear you.
They're telling me, the voices, they're telling me that you're holding them hostage.
Well, in a manner of speaking, but they are my agents, so they'll do what I say.
The honored dead, you're holding them. Please, release them to the wind.
All right, so you've done a good job here. We've all done a great job here. I definitely recognize the supervisory skills of our good friend Fritz here. And let's just go back to the airport because we're fucking done. Your mission accomplished, friends.
All right, so the person keeps muttering about the honored dead and starts approaching you, Agent Breckenridge, since you're holding the bag.
I will intercept.
Okay.
I've got this.
Like, do we have weapons, by
I
the way?
started explaining myself in broken, offensively bad Spanish, which is not a language that is often spoken
On Easter Island.
on Easter Island.
Yeah.
Or Hawaii, for that matter.
He tries to push past you. And now, your weapons, Nelson, did you ask them to bring weapons?
Of course.
Okay.
They all have a pistol.
All right, yeah. So you all have did you all follow orders and bring a pistol?
Yes, I have a little 38 special.
All right.
Just 9 months.
The shorts kept falling down. So.
All right. So the strange man pushes you out of the way, Fitz, and makes a run for you, Breckenridge.
Never happened before.
It's like, oh, they said this might happen.
I'm going to take it, as I see he's going towards Fitz, I'm going to go ahead and tackle him to the ground.
Okay. You tackle him to the ground, and he starts reaching into his shirt, and like you could see he's trying to take out a scaling knife.
Down the weapon, sir!
That's like, as he's doing right now, just take out,
I will dial the knife while yelling ball, ball, ball. That's what they trained me to do.
Yeah. But
On the pitch!
yeah, putting it to the back of his head, it's like, you need to put that weapon away now.
He's just screaming in tongues at this point that,
And I'm just repeating it, it's like, sir, like, if you do not put down your weapon, I will be forced to engage you with possible lethal force.
Fitz, don't
Someone
aim at
knock
my
this
head.
fucker out.
My name's not
Jesus.
Fitz.
So, yeah, back.
All right, yeah, you knock him out.
Oh my god. We checked out a KGB assassin.
You're absolutely right, we did.
What a rush.
Where are you
All right.
saying yes to him?
Is the mission over, Nelson?
If we got this guy knocked out and we're obviously not seen, we get our asses back to, we get our belongings at the hotel or whatever, or we, get on the plane and get the fuck out.
Okay.
Like, should we fingerprint him, sir?
No, as a matter of fact, this didn't happen. This part.
Oh, right.
Thank you.
I saw nothing, sir.
Thank you.
Nelson, are you going to have them try to conceal the drugs as you go, international flights or anything like that?
Well, of course, yeah.
You know that, okay, I need you to take these and stick them way up here.
I don't know, yeah. So are you just telling them to do it, or are you going to provide guidance on that?
I'm going to provide guidance, tell them where to put it in a suitcase.
Wait,
Just,
okay.
It's 1968. A child
Yeah.
a kilo of heroin, along with a submachine gun, a machete, and a plate armor. At this point, and then smoke crack on the plane. I assume there weren't rules.
Yeah, crack was around. Yeah,
To buy a lot of flour.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, I don't travel without my lucky vial of napalm, okay?
Okay. Yeah, so it's pretty easy to do. Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot of work to conceal it for 1968 standards. Are they carrying it separately, or the heroin and the essential salts in the same bag?
No, separate bags.
All right, who gets what bag?
Fitz over here gets the mummy dust.
Okay.
And
Okay, well, Father said I'm not supposed to carry things. I have a back issue.
But think of the burnishing to your credentials of being a occult substance porter. Is this not a line on your resume that would set your heart aflutter?
You need to leave one thing on there that you say you can't talk about, and this is it. I'm covered.
Okay.
Put on like a neck pillow.
All right.
So I expect you get the heroin.
Stanford spinitis
Yes, sir.
strikes again.
It's like, I will safeguard that smack like you wouldn't believe.
Excellent.
Okay, Fitz, you have weird dreams that night as you hear voices, whispering to you in a variety of languages, and they're telling you that you need to do some sort of ritual to bring them back. To pour the salt into the powder into a circle and say certain things and burn a candle and it goes on and on. Like, how do you react to this?
Eating something.
Okay. All right.
That's why I typically bring my own chef on travels, but a man just said no. Look what happened.
All right. Yeah.
Managed operational security.
All right.
Poison.
So yeah, you get back So what's your final evaluation for every one of the agents?
Well, they all did exactly what I told them to, and a few of them even surprised me. They operated within parameters, and we didn't fuck this up.
Okay.
I like them all.
Great. So if any of your characters die, we know who the replacements are going to be.
just like-
Any backup you get from Delta Green, these three are going to be the frontliners. So, yeah.
Old Joey Howley.
Yeah. So you do get some time off. So you can have a home life vignette scene. And you can go to therapy. You can train. You can stay on the case.
I would love to go to therapy because I am not going to get over what I fucking pulled in Vietnam. That was against everything I was taught in the Army.
All right.
Also gets like 3 points for characters.
Yes, you do get 3 points. You can
Or
use
6 if he wants to keep up with us. But.
Yeah, actually, you will get 6 experience points because there were 2 operations, and you can do therapy. You can do one with nature, going back out there. Both of them can relieve stability if you make a successful roll, and so yeah, you can also choose whether or not if you want to do therapy. You have to decide whether you're going to tell them the truth or not. But yeah, Delta Green can get you into a psychotherapist with clearance.
Yeah, one. I want to talk to the guy about what I did. Yeah.
All right. Are you going to lie about what you did, or are you going to be?
No, I will be truthful with them.
Okay. So let's see here. All right. Well, I rolled a 1 on her therapy roll, so it is not
productive.
Yeah, it is not.
There was a lot of that going around in the 60s,
yeah,
and 70s, and 80s.
Yeah,
Especially 80s and
90s.
Yeah. So yeah, she's not able to help you. The therapist is not able to help you. So I guess I should have let you had a chance to make. Well, there's not. It's up to her. Like it's her role. So yeah. Well, you can try again next time.
Okay.
So, yeah. But meanwhile, you're sent to Lebanon, to Beirut, for the Paris of the East, for a mission, as they are, which is well underway. So we'll start 2 hours before you were due to meet at the warehouse to be sealed into the crate. And it is a very large crate.
Welcome back.
Yeah. So yeah, Agent Nelson, you get a call from Carstairs, the 3 of you, that Agent Nelson is able to make it and will be showing up this morning. So is someone going to pick him up at the airport, or are you? Yeah.
Yeah, Gina will go down and pick him up. So
Okay. So yeah, you were there. You're getting used to all this international air travel, and yeah, you can fill him in a little bit about what's going on. Nelson, yeah. Before for listeners at home, we sort of went over what happened in last session, so Chris would be kind of up to speed. Do you have any questions about what's happening so far?
I'm gonna learn as I go, man.
All right. So, but Eli and Marcus and Gina, you have the overall plan seems to be to let the drug deal happen and sneak it, be inside the crate, wait till the ship leaves, and then pop out of the crate and get
Container, right?
Yeah, it's a large
Four of
crate.
us are not going to fit into a crate.
It is. Well,
It's up bigger than a crate.
it is a large crate.
So there.
Yeah.
I mean, Gina is tiny, so that kind of helps a little, but
Yeah, that is the thing.
I'll be carrying submachine guns and explosives. It's going to be a little cramped.
Well, that's the where you have some time to plan. So let's see here. There is talking about what it is like to be in the crate. All right, I will say, yeah, not all of you can fit in the crate, especially 4 of you. I would say 3 of you could easily with 1 weapon each, or 2 of you with a bunch of gear. So, but yeah, you can determine the other person can provide overwatch, or they could try and sneak on board the boat in like a Zodiac or something. Yeah. Or what? Yeah. This is the time to sort of figure out what you want to do.
okay.
So what gear is absolutely essential to this mission? The explosives, obviously.
Yeah, probably. I mean, your mission is basically to take out, capture, or kill. Well, right now, your main mission again was to get the informant back on Delta Green's good graces, and he's offering you up a high value target, the De Kleist, Lothar De Kleist, who is a escaped Nazi sorcerer / bad guy.
Already ran that by Carstairs.
Yeah. And so he really wants this guy dead or captured, preferably captured, but dead's fine. And make sure that the bad guys don't get the mummy. So if you can
even to the point of destroying it if necessary.
Oh yeah. It would probably be easier to destroy it than trying to secure it, because where are you going to take the mummy to? Like, it's a big ass mummy. So yeah.
Look, it's I'm sure we know a guy with mummies.
Yeah, well, it's...
do you have a mummy guy?
Yeah, do you have a mummy guy?
Thermite's cheap, man.
Yeah, so I was about to ask if we would get the thermite to put in the sarcophagus.
Yeah, you have...
Below the water line.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, you know what the port looks like. You do have a guy at the port who's able to chunts, I believe, the foreman. And, yeah, what do you think?
So what about at least one of us disguises?
Oh, yeah.
He can vet for us, right?
Well, Janud has hired the Egyptian soldiers who are currently guarding the mummy. And so he can get you in there. And with disguise, one of you, it'll be dark. One of you could try to disguise yourself as one of the Egyptian soldiers.
Does anyone have disguise?
Yeah, I got 4 in disguise. Yeah.
I have 3, and I also have 6 in stealth, although that's a little bit harder. So,
Gina, you're female.
And
Egyptian
Asian.
army is not woke in 1968.
Yeah. You're female and Asian.
Yeah.
but that being said, like I could sneak out to the side right now instead of having to do the disguise and just follow.
Well, if they have you go in the truck without being in the crate, the Egyptian soldiers are mercenaries, and they're being paid by Janud through the proceeds of the drug deal. So let's be clear, their ability to not fuck up is questionable. So they may reveal your position if you're outside of the crate. Maybe not even through like malevolence, just incompetence. So.
Well, I'm getting a Beretta M12 and explosives and whatever juju magic amulet that Nazi owes me, and getting in the crate. My tab.
Actually, Gina, since you have a high stealth, you do realize there is one way you could sneak in without being in the crate, and that's to belt yourself onto the underside of a truck and Cape Fear that shit. So if you want to do that, that's going to be a little harrowing, though.
Get in the crate.
Great. I'll get in the crate with the equipment since
I mean, you can disguise yourself, but you got to pass as like a real scrawny, I guess, really dirty-faced Egyptian guy.
It will be at night, and no one's going to be really running IDs on anybody. This is a so yeah.
I can speak the language too, but no, if necessary, I can, or if nothing else, I can give you guys a couple phrases to use with.
I don't have any disguise, so I'm not even.
Yeah, I mean, Nelson could disguise someone else.
Yeah.
Like you do have time. Nelson does have time to set someone else like that. So
In the crate.
You want me in the crate with you?
All right, somebody's got to go in the crate.
You're the big bang bang boom guy. Yeah.
All right, I'll get in the crate.
All right, so I guess we'll laden ourselves down with guns and explosives.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'll go with like Sten gun or something.
stun gun.
At least
Sten.
Oh, Sten gun. I was going to say what? Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we basically only have terrible guns that are extremely prone to jamming.
Yeah.
So, good.
Yeah. Don't roll a 1 on your attack rolls. It's fine. So the 2 of you are in the crate. You can belt yourself onto the underside of a truck, and you can disguise yourself
you've
as a
always wanted
soldier.
to do this.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that, or do you want to do disguise?
Let's strap myself to the bottom of the truck.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, the safe option.
We're gonna have fun with this.
All right, so you get to the warehouse, and the Janud is, has just gets most of the soldiers away. There's only a handful in here. Basically, 2 soldiers necessary to hammer the nails into the into the crate.
The coffin.
Yeah, sorry, phrasing.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Phrasing.
You better have my fucking amulet.
yeah, he does.
All right, I give him a grenade pin in exchange.
He does not look happy about this.
Why is it
Yeah,
wet?
but you gave him a very convincing argument that Delta Green will fucking kill you if you don't do
If
this.
you're wondering where the grenade is,
Yeah.
the answer is wherever I want.
So he is fine with serving up the Kleist and let's see here. So you should give me a disguise check.
Okay.
Tell me how many you're spending.
I spent 3.
Okay.
That's going to be a total of 8.
All right. Yeah, it's going to be dark. There's not going to be much light. You have the uniform, and you can, you have, I forgot what kind of rifle they have, but they have a rifle. So, yeah, you just stay in the back and don't say much. So you'll be in the truck with the crate. And, yeah, you're belting yourself in there. So, yeah, I will say you
Mechanics are still
can give me a mechanics check to belt yourself in successfully.
2. Let's hope this doesn't fuck up, or else I drop off in the middle.
You have a Rashid
Ooh, neat.
rifle.
Oh, thank you. Cool.
So let's try that again.
One day, Aaron will roll
That's 3. So
All right.
Today.
Yeah. So, how much health do you have?
I am at full at 8 right now. So.
All right. Well,
Sorry, yes, 7. I'm good rate.
you take 1 damage
Ow!
as rocks fly up and hit you on the head, and yeah, you're a little low. You scrape along the ground a couple of places. It is tense. Also, spend 2 points of athletics
Okay.
to hold on for dear life.
Now a bald patch on your scalp.
Yeah.
It is time to flex.
Yeah.
Honestly, wouldn't have been the first time. So
Yeah. And you probably have a pistol and a knife, and that's probably all you have.
Say the knife's in your teeth just for fun.
No, that's terrible. That's an awful place.
Another HP loss on top of it because
Yeah.
I bit down on it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fine.
You just be,
Not.
yeah. How? When I ask how I got those scars, yeah,
Idiocy. Pure idiocy.
yeah, no shit. So,
Worth it.
but you two, you're put in the crate, and your side
dark, eh?
pitch dark. Well, once it's sealed up, yeah.
Man, I got face paint on. I am fucking psyched.
Yeah.
You just watch Eli smile. It's a fucking rush.
I'm actually like I'm definitely feeling it. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm looking forward to? What? The delivery date.
Man, worst part is we can't smoke in here.
So yeah, you're both excited for it,
I
and
must be like, yeah, don't bother, don't quit on my account.
you can all hear the truck start up, and as part of a convoy of trucks. There are a lot of dudes. Oh, this is a big operation. And yeah, the two of you in there, both of you can hear whispering. But it's not, it seems to be coming from inside the crate. Like it's around you. It's not coming from
Are
outside.
we in there with a corpse?
It's sarcophagus.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So we're lying on either side of the sarcophagus. Okay.
Yeah.
at this point, I'm kind of like, I should have expected this.
You're both like spooning it,
My
basically.
magic amulet doing anything to contradict those voices?
You hear a woman, a familiar woman. I can't quite place her, but she says, "Hello.
The number you've reached is out of service.
It is so good to see you, Eli." You feel a gentle hand caress your face.
Swatting at that, yeah.
Just a
No one
soft
touches
chuckle.
me like that.
It's a bad time for an acid flash.
Eli, do you want to join me?
I don't talk to disembodied voices. I'm not responding to this.
You can hear Eli muttering something to himself.
Do I hear any voices?
Yeah, you have a cult, right?
I do.
Yeah.
You're crazy, aren't you?
Like,
We talk to monsters usually. It's fine.
just because I've done it more than once, it's fine.
You remember some of the phonetic pronunciation of some of the prayers in the Egyptian Book of the Dead, prayers to the dead.
Like, that old-timey religion.
And they seem to be the kind of prayers that are for the recent, while the person is being mummified. Like someone who is just dying, being prepared for the afterlife. And the voices are getting louder, and you feel a hand brush up against your scalp, and then you feel like a metal blade scrape against your skin for a bit before you flick it away reflexively.
Like, no. This movie's not even out yet, and I know what this is. Nope.
All right, both give me stability checks. This is not a good ride.
The amulet does nothing.
5.
6.
All right, yeah.
I'm so excited at shooting some dock workers. Breezing past this disembodied voice shit.
All right.
Oh yeah, even I'm like, yeah, it's been too long.
So, the four of you all get to, it's 3 a.m. in Beirut at Quay 9, and you hear gates open, or you see gates open, obviously, from your position, and it is dark. You can see there are lights on the Invicta, the ship that is pulled up to this quay, and the only other illumination comes from the headlights of the trucks and the glow of distant streetlights. There's enough moonlight to avoid walking off the edge of the quay and falling into the water. Other than that, it's a confusion of armed and jumpy men, stacked crates, overheated trucks, drums of fuel oil, coiled ropes, and other debris. Everything looks slightly odd and weird, especially for you, Gina. You look down, and for a second, you think your heart leaps to your throat as you think you see a giant snake about to strike at you. Then you realize it's just a pile of rope. And You need to. The truck is stopped. You need to get on the ship, and so first you need to get out from this truck. So give me a stealth check. The first one is going to be at a 3.
3, okay.
Because there is.
Spend 2 on that. Yeah. All right, that's going to be a 4, so.
All right, with a 4, you manage to get into the middle of the chaos. You can sort of figure out how you're going to do this. And you, Agent Nelson, you are... Do you have any languages? Do you have any points in languages? Okay. Did you spend all that experience yet?
I did, yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, people are yelling in a lot of languages that are not English. So do you have human?
Human, do I... Yeah, I got 2 in human.
All right, you can spend 1 in human and kind of read what people's intentions are, and kind of like, I am soldier man doing soldier things. And they want you to get they're getting ready to move the crate onto the ship. There is a group of men. There are a group of men that are dealing with the money and the other things over the side, but then they are beginning to prepare to move their trucks, moving morphine out, and you're pulled up next to the ship. You're actually, so you dismount. You can see they're bringing a pallet of something out of the ship with a crane onto that. You realize that must be the payment for all this shit. It must be, from what you've understand, it is gold. And so they're lowering the gold down, and then let's see here. They're carrying a big chest. So for you now, you also need to get on the ship too, and you're technically an Egyptian soldier, so you'll have to sneak on there too. And so while all this is going on, you can see Gina, you're totally concealed. You can see a couple of approaches. The fastest is obviously to sneak on, wait till the sarcophagus is being lifted up. And to cling to the underside, which if you're pressed up right against it, you're small and light, you're dressed totally in black. You could actually...
Also, you have the lats of Sam Sulek.
Yeah.
Putting walnuts up there.
Yeah.
Damn. Hey, I don't do rows for nothing.
That struck... I said that is technically possible.
Okay.
I didn't say it was the best idea.
So my other approaches.
Now, there is a gangplank because people from the ship had to come out, and so people can run off across. Obviously, that's the easiest way physically, but it's also the hardest to stealth because that's sort of in plain sight. You'd have to... That difficulty is going to be like difficulty 7 without a distraction. So, which you still can make, but the other thing that's going to be easier, difficulty 5, is going to be the anchor, the chain. Which is connected.
SEAL Team Gina.
Yeah, you could just exactly. Yeah,
Again, Hoss.
yeah, but that's less than holding on to the underside of a pallet.
I kind of wish I'd done Gina's job.
So are you in the crate now, just thinking of muscular?
Okay.
So those are 3 approaches that you immediately notice. You can come up with your own. You can ask questions about what's going on too.
Yeah, because there's at least a lot of because unfortunately, as fun as it is just to hang on to something for dear life, and let's do a Sylvester Stallone on that. It's probably not as realistic. So creating a distraction is a bigger one. So you said I saw that gigantic rope that looked like a snake to me.
Sure.
Before
There's like I said, there's rope, there's crates, there's fuel cans.
I didn't want to cause at least a larger explosion, obviously, since that would be detrimental to it. But are there any of the mercenaries that are like moving a larger crate or something else out that if it went down, it would be a big mess to work off of? So,
well, somebody brought a radio, so there's someone yells out, "Turn the radio off!" Yeah. There's definitely some people moving a crate. And how do you want to fuck with them?
So, seeing the rope that I had, and is that like one of those big,
there are ropes of different sizes. So the big, regular size rope to giant fuck off, hold a ship kind of rope.
So I do want us to get one where it's not as noticeable. So take one of that's like the smaller ones it was just using for maybe mooring a smaller, smaller craft or something, and sneak it across the line where one of them ends up tripping over it.
Okay.
And that's while they're carrying a crate. Definitely potentially do it where it hopefully damages it and gives me enough of an opportunity.
Okay,
to
like
get
a mundane accident, not
just to get up the gangplank without being seen. So
you could give me a preparedness roll. Actually, no, you have notice, right?
Yes, I do. So.
If you want to make a notice spend, I can give you another option.
Okay.
A big can of oil. You can just toss it, in front of some people, and they'll spill.
Okay.
So that would be the rope thing would be like a difficulty probably 5 to set it up, probably stealth or athletics, but like
we just roll the oil can.
Yeah, the oil can you wouldn't even have to roll. Like you have it available to you. It is within arm's reach. You just pour it across the way, and some people are going to slip on it and cause a commotion.
Yeah. So absolutely, we'll go ahead and do that.
Okay. So that'll lower your difficulty by 1 on a stealth check, as you cause a minor commotion with that. Actually, by 2. So
that would be a difficulty 5 to get across the gangplank unnoticed.
Yeah, that would be difficulty 5.
Okay.
So
yeah, we'll go ahead and do that one, and
you could time it to where you're doing it while everybody's watching the sarcophagus go up.
Yeah.
So their eyes are not going to be at the gangplank. So, and even if you do get caught, the sarcophagus will still make it on the ship.
Okay.
Because if you do it too early, they could not load it on there, which would be,
That's true. So.
All right. So
yeah, we're going to spend.
We'll wait until we don't roll yet. Let's find out what Nelson's going to be doing.
Okay.
So Nelson, you saw the opportunities I mentioned earlier. For you, you're in disguise, so it would be more of a social thing to justify why you're going on the Invicta. You're not supposed to. None of the Egyptian soldiers are supposed to go. But you...
Could I just stealth on there?
Yeah, the same thing. Difficulty 7. Or
You say, I left my wallet on the ship.
I'd say it would be difficulty 6 for you because you're better disguised.
Shit. Well, okay, I'm going to blow all 5 stealth points then.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Good thing I did.
Yeah, no shit.
6 exactly.
So you make it on board the ship, and go ahead and give me that.
Yeah, I'm going to make my roll.
The two of you can feel that finally the sarcophagus is being lifted into the air and starts creaking pretty heavily.
Yeah, barely made it, but I got that as a 6. So
all right.
2 excited former soldiers in this thing.
Yeah, and yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We should have put down some sawdust before we put you guys in
Been
there.
killing people like crazy.
You've been killing so many people.
That's true. Like
I've killing way more people before, than what I've been doing before. Yeah. So yeah, the 4 of you are
now
now
doing it clandestinely.
Yeah, are brought into the ship. So yeah, you two both find hiding spots. In fact, I'll say you find hiding spots pretty close to each other since you both use the gangplank, and so you can find each other. But both of you are clearly not supposed to be here, and the ship takes off. It's a freighter. It's not very fast. It takes a bit, but oh yeah. So the 2 of you in the ship. You can feel your ship being moved, or the cargo, or your crate being moved around for a while until eventually it stops. You do smell something bad, like something dead, in proximity to the crate. And, yeah.
I'm used to that shit.
Yeah.
Not the corpse, a different dead thing.
Well, the sarcophagus it smells. It doesn't smell like anything. It's it's sealed. Yeah.
It is. This thing's been dead a while too.
Yeah. This is like a fresh, wet, rotting smell. And you two can hear something moving, sort of shuffling, like someone with a limp dragging their foot, and eventually they leave after a little bit. But you can feel the ship move. You can feel the thrumming of the engines as they get.
They're better on being goddamn crocodiles on this ship.
Yeah, and occasionally you can hear some men, talk to each other. But yeah, the ship is underway, and yeah, but you two can open up the crate whenever you want. Or
do we have a preset time where we're doing this?
That would make sense. To, start with the time the ship is moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait
So
a certain amount to get out of the bay.
Yeah, So do you want to wait like an hour or like probably like 30 minutes after the ship moves? All right. So the two
synchronize our watch so we can all meet up at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Do you two wait where you are? I'll say you can wait where you are for free, but if you want to get to the crate and be there, that would definitely be another stealth check.
Yeah. What if I succeeded in another disguise check?
Yeah, you do see other crew members. Yeah, you could try to pass yourself off as a crew member. I'd say it's a difficulty 5.
Yeah. I only got 1 point left to spend.
So actually, a little different right now, but could I potentially use Streetwise, because we're dealing with sailors and anything on there, to basically kind of time out when they would be in and out of the cargo bay to get around?
That's not really a streetwise thing. Yeah, that's pretty blue collar, not really criminal. Yeah, and that would be assuming like, yeah, you don't think this is a normal ship either. Like,
Okay.
yeah, this is definitely like actually, yeah, it's a criminal ship. It's a ship of smugglers. You can make a spend.
I only spent criminology though, so
Okay.
Although I do, actually, military.
Yeah, if you don't have streetwise, yeah.
Oh no, I do have streetwise. So,
Okay.
but if that's
So what are you trying to answer?
basically just timing it out to where when we know they would be out of there, so a stealth check would be easier, or just pass through it. So
Well, so you don't have to spend because there is no like perfect opportunity for you because you don't have the schematics of the ship. You don't know what the layout of the ship is, and they're not in the cargo hold, but you're not in the cargo hold either. You're up on like the like right below deck. You're gonna have to move through active areas of the ship.
okay.
So yeah, there's no way to get around it. They're gonna be most busy right now because they're getting out of port. All hands on deck. Everybody has to do something to make sure you don't fucking ram into the. There's a lot of things to do. Once you get
stuff now.
Yeah, it's both stuff now. So there's no for 0 points. I'll say there's no safe easy pass.
Okay.
Because you don't have enough intelligence on this ship. You don't know how many crew there are. You don't know what the layout is. Yeah.
Okay.
Unknown unknowns. So known unknowns or whatever. So yeah. But you can wait for 30 minutes and then start heading there, knowing that your friends are popping themselves out.
Probably would be the best option too. So once we're at least less seen, and then they can.
Yeah, I'm taking a tiny pry bar and trying to give me enough peek out room from the lid.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that automatically. You have your little pry bar. You peek it open. You're in a darkened cargo hold. There's some other crates around you. There's no one around you right now, but with the ship's engine, it's kind of noisy. Like it's not well insulated, no matter where you are in the ship. But you think there might be somebody in the hallway up ahead. You hear that shuffling. Someone walking around who has a limp.
Okay.
Not in line of sight, but like still within earshot.
All right, I'm gonna get out of the crate. Submachine gun.
You feel as you get out. You feel fingers on your back.
Okay, I'll get out too.
Okay, yeah.
Thermite.
Snitches get thermite.
Marcus, you feel someone try to grab your wrist for a moment as you're coming out, and when you look down, you can see there's a bit of gauze on your wrist.
No, there isn't. Ignore this shit.
All right, but yeah, the two of you are in there, and you're on in the cargo hold.
By the way, as soon as you're out, just like fucking mummy shit.
So I hear someone limping outside, and that's our only way out of the cargo hold.
You haven't searched this area very well. It's dark, right? Like though they have some dim like emergency lights, but that's about it.
Okay.
So you don't. There might be another way out, but you haven't found. That's the obvious way out. You'd have to search, which would require stealth because you want to look around without making any noise, right?
Yeah, I used a lot of stealth speaking in the Nazi compound.
But you two, it's 30 minutes. Your friends are getting out, or the other agents are getting out.
I throw Abrams like one of the red flashlights. Make a noise, regular beats. Stand over on the far side.
Yeah.
So I will like try and see if he comes to look at it and just have
try and lure him here?
Yeah, having a lonely red light blinking deep in the cargo containers.
Okay.
Let's see what that's about.
All right, yeah. All right, so you two are setting up a trap for that person, and you two, it's 30 minutes out. You can look out a port window, little window, and you can see that you're leaving the bay. Yeah.
Not quite international waters, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. I guess we just need to start making our way. So.
Okay. Both of you.
Can before we start going, can I just go ahead and make a perfunctory disguise check? I got 1 point left. I want to see if I can swing this. What's the difficulty?
5.
7. I look like one of these guys that runs the boat.
Yeah, you look like a crew member.
Actually, is there?
I am crewman.
Yeah.
From the crew.
Could I have made a preparedness roll to see if I can grab any kind of like coat or something on my way in for a disguise?
That's what preparedness is literally for.
Yes, so. Yeah, we'll spend the last 2 and see if I can get something.
Keep going for it, guys, but this is going to go loud. Just FYI.
Try and do it at least.
I just want to get there in one piece.
Try to delay it as long as possible. Yep, and that's a 6, so I do have coat, hat, and...
It'd be nice if we found the evil Nazi.
Some pants that are not there, so... Subsequent disguise check for that, or...
Yeah,
you've seen a Nazi.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. So let's see, is that the one? That's still 4, so that actually succeeds. So I do have at least a rudimentary disguise along with it.
Okay. Rudimentary disguise. All right. So all of you two in the cargo hold, you can also, as you're standing up, you can smell a little bit. You smell blood in the air, like fresh blood. So
that'll mask what comes next.
Yep.
And as you're looking around the ground, you can see blood spatters all on the ground in the hallway up ahead. But you two made your disguise checks. So you start heading down to the cargo hold. You can see a crew member coming up the walkway or the stairs near you. Like he's coming up and you're going down. But he doesn't, he is not paying attention to you. And you made your disguise checks. So, yeah.
Boat thing. Sorry, yes.
Watermelon.
Yeah. He mutters something to himself. He actually calls out. He says, yeah. And he says, I forgot what nationality he is. I'll say, he speaks French. And he says in French, don't go. Remember, cargo holds off limit.
Doing my best deep gravelly voice, just like, we.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, you're not far enough down that the only place down you could be is the cargo hold, but he specifically warned you not to go in the cargo hold.
Yeah.
All right. So you're the one waiting the ambush, and Marcus is the one waiting.
I'm setting it up.
Okay.
By the side of the door.
Okay.
Waiting for him to walk inside.
The Munny classic.
Yeah.
The money classic. All right.
Flashbacks to Saigon, my friends.
Let's see here.
Easier to hide a body here than a fucking stairwell of a fridge hotel.
Let's see here. The creature comes forward. Yes.
Creature?
Yes. So Marcus, you see him first. You see a thing that used to be human. It is. Imagine a human rotted into goo and then reconstitute itself into a human. A clay-like thing. It is something that has been like a corpse that is rotted and bloated and has become fluid, and somehow it still retains enough tension to hold itself together. Its jaws hanging off at one side, its eyes are empty pits, but yet they still sense its nose is a void.
It's Tarman from Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah, a little bit like Tarman, yeah, but more greenish than black. But yeah, and it is shuffling towards you. So give me that. You give me the stability check because you see it. You're hiding around the corner.
4.
Okay, you're fine. Well, not fine, but it's about Eli.
More like, okay, I've spoken to ghouls.
Yeah, this is not a ghoul. This is something else, and it is. Yeah.
It's super scary, guys, okay?
Oh my god, he's so scary.
So.
But then so are we.
You'll need to make another stealth check.
Cool. I'll spend the last of it.
Mm-hmm.
We go loud after this. So that's +2. 4.
Well, it had an alertness modifier +2, so that you needed a 6. Yeah. It stops before it rounds the corner, and it looks at you, Marcus. And then its head tracks to around the corner like it was seeing through the wall to see where Eli was. And then there is a hiss. And while you were expecting, all you heard this guy is waiting right around the corner. And then this semi-liquid mass just pulls itself around the corner faster than you were expecting, and is up in your business. So it is going to spend 3 in unarmed combat to try and grab you.
Boogie.
Yeah. What is your hit threshold for?
Yes.
All right.
That's 8.
Well, that's a 8, so it grabs you.
I don't.
You don't.
That's hit threshold.
Yep. You can try to, if you want to look at page 220 of Fall Delta Green, you can read the monstrous grappling rules as it has grabbed you. And yeah, also give me a stability check because, oh god.
That's fair. I'll spend 1. 4?
On your stability check? Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Right, like this since prom night.
Yeah. So it's grabbed onto you. It hasn't done any damage yet. It will. Marcus gets act, and then you get to act, and then it'll hurt you. So
I think we're going allowed at this point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna guarantee it.
So
I do have 2 submachine guns on either shoulder.
So Marcus, what do you want to do?
Can I get just close enough for can I do a point blank burst at its head?
It has grabbed Eli at this point, so you can't really full auto it without it's.
There's
a significant chance Eli would be hit by it.
All right, then I will not risk it, but I will like carefully shoot it.
Okay, an aim shot you can do.
Yes.
Look carefully.
I will carefully shoot at it. 7.
7. All right, submachine gun I believe is just a straight up D6.
Lethality 1.
All right, it has resilient weapons, lethality -1, so it does a D6 damage. Also, it was an aim shot, so it was not a burst.
6.
6. All right, it takes half damage.
It's liquidy.
Yeah, it's liquidy undead abomination. So Eli, you can try to you can spend 2 athletics and fight back, or you shoot at it, or you could make an athletics check, difficulty 5, to escape its grasp.
They've got over-the-shoulder slings, so I've X'd up with submachine guns. So I'm going to, drop the Garrett and just try and
All right,
into
that's
its guts while
2 athletics to do that while it's strangling you.
Yeah, I will do that.
All right, so you spend the 2 athletics. You're at point blank range. It gives you +2.
Spend it or just roll?
Just spend it.
Okay.
That's to attack
Yeah.
while it's shaking you and grabbing you out. So, yeah.
So firearms point blank. Any bonus for that?
Yeah, I'll just say don't roll a 1, basically.
That's my lethality, but it doesn't count anymore. Can I spend on it?
Actually, you can spend on it. If you empty both guns, I'll give you lethality too. So, yeah.
Spend 2. Terrible.
Yeah.
Well, it would be lethality.
Actually, no, I gave you lethality 2 because you're
Yeah,
firing
yeah.
2 bursts, so that becomes lethality 1.
So I would cut it in half.
Yes, so...
You guys hear that?
It's like money goes burnt.
Yeah,
Oh, there's a signal. Let's go.
yeah, it becomes go time now at this point.
We shot him with a Glock. He couldn't
Remember,
die.
no English.
So, yeah, the 2 of you hear the full auto fire.
Nothing more needs to be said.
Yeah. So, what are your 2? What are you going to do? You're not in the cargo hold yet when you heard that. Yeah.
I'm just readying weapons and going down, so.
Okay. You're still going down the cargo hold. All right. All right. So the 2 of you head down. You 2. Yeah. What do you want to do next?
Flashlights on. See what the fuck we're in. Why there's blood everywhere.
Yeah, it's actually properly.
Yeah. There's a trail of blood coming from the other end of the cargo hold. So
There might be another one of these things.
All right. Fuck it. We brought charges. A shaped charge. 15-minute timer on the sarcophagus.
All right.
I throw you the other one. Gotta find the engine room. Get
Yep.
below the waterline. I'm gonna search for the Nazi.
Like, I'll get to the engine room.
Yeah, find the others. I'll send somebody to help if I can.
Who are you going to send to help?
Whichever one I find first, man. Go.
All right. Yeah. So let's see here. Here we go. Invicta. All right. So we'll just do this round character by character. Well, you 2 head down to the cargo hold. I'll just say you can sync up with Eli, so you can choose to go with one of the other characters or pursue your own objective.
Okay. Well, we're needing to destroy the sarcophagus and find him, so.
I already put a shape charge on it.
Yeah.
For everybody, but it's we got 14 minutes now.
Yeah.
Potential language barrier while we're trying to find the Nazi sorcerer, so I'll go with Eli to assist with that.
Okay.
All right, Nelson, you're with Abrams. Get to the engine room.
All right,
Let's do it.
All right. So you 2 are hunting for Declist, and you 2 are heading for the engine room. So
Whatever is lowest.
Whatever's
I'll go
lowest.
on down.
Here we go. There he is. All right. All right. Let's
Oh,
see.
I give one of my submachine guns to. Yeah,
No,
we don't need two.
roll.
Yeah,
Oh, ignore that stuff that's on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, no reload. Yeah.
All right. So the engine room will be first because that's closer. So you and Nelson, both of you give me sense trouble checks.
They know you're coming.
Yeah, and you have to pass through that pool of blood. You see there are 2 dead goats that have been ripped apart and
No.
bled dry, and yeah.
8.
Okay. So the 2 of you realize there are some living crew members on this ship, weirdly enough, and there are, with the 8 especially, you can see that someone you peek around the corner and get back in time before they notice you. There's someone guarding your approach to the engine room, like with a with their own Sten guns. So yeah,
we're gonna have it where it's like you taking me hostage. Like you put the gun in my back. I'm gonna approach the dude on my head,
or we just shoot him.
I'm fine.
Yeah,
it's a big metal tube that you could just indiscriminately fire 9mm down. I think you can get him.
All right,
guys, I'll aim high, you aim low.
We'll do it that way.
Okay.
Like, what is that? What's that? We'll literally double tap with two submachine guns.
Literally a bolt.
Okay. Yeah. So the thing is, he is also just on Overwatch, so he will be returning fire as you are firing at him. So and
plant one right between the eyes.
Well, I mean, or he does that to you.
So ones are good, and if you don't roll one, you add a 5.
Roll the 1.
Well, no, you first have to roll the hit. You need to, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's for damage. Sorry.
Oh,
yeah, that's for damage.
4.
Yeah. Okay. 6. All right. 4 misses. He's behind heavy cover. 6 hits. So you do not get lethality because he's behind cover. So roll d6. Add 1.
6.
6. All right.
7.
Yeah. 7 damage. That would actually probably be enough.
Failing lethality, I think you get lethality rating times 5.
I'm saying he doesn't get a full burst because he's behind cover. Yeah. So you will drop him, but he will get a chance to hit you. Actually, both of you, since you're both sort of, you're both around corner, leaning out. It's a cover shooter at this point. So this is against spending 2 on each attack roll. So this will be against Nelson. So that'll hit you with a 6, and also hit both of you. So Nelson, you will take 6 damage.
Good Lord.
And you will also take 6 damage.
Jesus,
that puts me at 0.
So you're not out yet. Basically, at 0, you're injured, but you're not like until negative. You're not like
you're out at -6. You're dead at -12.
Yeah. So you're both are hurt. You're both tagged by bullets in this brutal Tarantino-esque exchange of gunfire as you're all firing.
Exaggerated blood.
Well, yeah. No, basically you kill him, shoot the shit out of him, and he tags both of you. So you're both bleeding and like a grazed neck and his shoulder or arm wounds or torso. And yeah, he's quite dead. So both of you give me stability checks for violence because that was a brutal fucking combat.
A 1.
All right.
4.
All right, so that's 2 stability, and that's a violence check. And you. Meanwhile,
so I made everything's fine. Made it.
Yeah, you don't lose any stability. I mean, you are both injured.
Just the gunshot.
Yeah, just the gunshot.
It's fine.
Just a tip.
So the two of you need to find out where DeCleist is.
Bridge seems like a good idea.
Okay. So you start heading up. You can hear people yelling up ahead from you. Gina, you can hear them. They're yelling like, "Wow, those frat fucks! They sent someone in here to. We gotta organize a party. Get DeCleist here. He has that secret weapon." And so you can hear they're a deck above you. Now you could try to go to the other end of the ship and come up the top, or you could charge right where they are. Basically you're one deck above the cargo hold. There's like 4 decks total. Yeah.
Does trade craft spend help me here?
Tradecraft?
Could I scream in French like they're in the cargo hold and then like duck in the corner while they head downstairs and I go up?
I can give you the phrasing if you want.
I speak French.
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Tradecraft would be if you want them. Yeah, if you want to. Basically, if one of you is a distraction, you suppress down one hallway while the other one goes up the other. There's stairways that There's stairways at the fore and the aft and in the middle of the ship. You're in the middle of the ship right now, and so you could go to the fore or the aft to get up without being flanked. Right. So one of you holds them, draws their attention while the other one flanks. That would work. Could work, but if you just probably yelling at them at French, you're coming from the direction of the cargo hold. They know that's happening, so that's not really going to help, right?
Okay. Yeah, at this point, like if you want to, I can. Since you're at least better for that Overwatch, I can turn around and try to get on the opposite side of them. So,
all right, get to the bridge.
Yeah, and so
I grab you by the chest. No talking. This Nazi we kill. Understand?
Understand. So,
all right. So give me an athletics check. Let's see how quickly you can get up to the go to the aft and climb up a deck.
All right, spending 2, and I got 4.
You give me firearms check to suppress them.
I start yelling obscenities at them in French.
We're just high school French. The tractor is red.
Where is the bathrobe?
Can you guide me?
Pierre
to the
is my friend. Yeah.
I spent 3.
Are you from Paris?
Frere Jacques.
6.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. There are at least 3 shooters above you, and you are, firing around the corner. And good thing you're adapted to violence. Otherwise, this would be terrifying. It is extremely loud.
I'm one away from being adapted.
Yeah. Well, we'll go for that gold.
I'm sprinting straight at it.
Yeah. So, but you get up one deck, and you can see you're now level with the shooters, the 3 guys that are shooting down at Eli. So you could go one deck above to get to the bridge, or you could try and flank the people above Eli.
And you said, are there 3 of them?
That you see, yeah, there's 3 shooters.
Okay.
Get to the bridge. I got it.
Okay, so, yeah, let's go for the bridge. So,
Okay. Let's see here. Meanwhile, you two, you're in the engine room. What do you want to do?
Is there like a first aid kit we can use?
That would be a preparedness check.
I mean, like hanging in the wall, like.
I'll give me. Do you have notice? Do you have a notice spend?
Yeah, I do. I got one.
Yeah, you can spend a point of notice and find it very quickly.
Excellent.
Yeah. Do you have first aid?
Matter of fact, I have 2 points in the first aid.
Okay, with 2 points of first aid, you can heal 2 points on yourself or 4 points onto Marcus. You see how the ratio works, right? It's 1-to-1 for you or 2-to-1 for someone else.
Okay, but you're not damaged, are you?
No, you both took. Yeah, both of you took 6.
Took big hits.
Okay. Well, I'm at 0. So what are you at?
I'm at 7.
7. Okay.
You had 13 health.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Training says take care of yourself.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Put your mask on before you put it on.
Yeah. All right. So you're bandaging yourself up. You're still bleeding. And what do you want to do?
You gotta kill that guy.
Well, that guy's dead.
Oh, well, you gotta get...
Then it's time to let's get this charge planted in the engine room.
Do you have demolitions?
I have a point in demo.
Okay, well, it's going to have to be you then. So
Okay.
I have to wait for him.
Yeah. All right.
welcome back, Nelson.
You're standing guard.
I set a 15-minute timer, so there's
Yeah.
a clock on this. You gotta find that Nazi.
All right. So you're being suppressed, or you're suppressed. You're these gunfights, you've been in actually enough of these to know that you don't have to keep. You made your firearm check with the 6, so like you could just keeping them distracted if that's your main goal without putting yourself too much at risk, as long as you have ammo. So I'd say you spend 1 point of preparedness per round for extra magazine. How much preparedness do you have left?
I'm gonna evacuate.
All right. Are you sneaking away or running?
I'm gonna scream as if I've been hit when they shoot and run down a hallway.
All right. Give me athletic.
10.
Damn. All right. Yeah.
Can I get to a bulkhead door?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to use my last Francois Janud's grenade collection. Put that bulkhead door right against the safety lever, close that, and then
I've seen Under Siege.
Yeah, I was just saying,
sprinting down towards the bridge through the subdecks.
Okay. Yeah, with that athletics check, you'll be available. Yeah, you're leading them on a nice merry chase, and one of them's gonna not. Yeah, one of them's gonna find that little Easter egg.
It's a ship.
Yeah.
A lot of them are not gonna be having a good time.
Yeah.
It's gonna turn into a blender in there. Yeah.
Well, it depends on how bunched up they are,
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
Yeah. So, Gina, you get up to the bridge level. You can see the door to the bridge is up ahead. It's closed. So you're in the hallway not on the top deck, but the one, or it is the top deck. Yeah. You're just in the forecastle, the main house for the ship. So yeah.
I'm assuming right now is like the porthole window.
You want to? Well, right now you're at the end of the hallway. Do you want to go up to there and look in to see what's in the bridge?
Just to see who else is up there. If I can get in there, if it's manifest or if our Nazi sorcerer is there. So.
Okay, give me a stability check.
Yeah, stability shit.
Any white guy over 50, shoot him.
Yeah, that's gonna be it. So I don't like this spin too. Thank God. Stability.
All right.
So that's 8.
There is a semi like it's like a bog but made of corpse. And it is human sized. It is writhing around rather than moving. It is more like liquid being held tight by like some sort of skin, and it's there, and there are 2 men talking by it, and one man is by the ship's wheel, looks very disturbed. The other man is very calm about it and is wearing a nice suit.
Like, have you met Klaus?
Yeah. So they're having a conversation, and yeah.
I'm just backing down right now, looking at my gun. It's like, can I get a clear shot off on the calm man? Because I'm assuming that one is probably
the creature is between you and him. Like, So you could try. It would be an aim shot. I would say it'd be difficulty 6. If you just pop open the door and take a shot, and you could not do a burst, it would be like a single round.
What's difficulty 6 to do? So
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea where Eli is, so at this point I figured we need to take our shot now, so I'll go ahead and do that.
So you kick open the door and make a difficulty 6 firearms check.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to try at least.
Sure.
So. Alright. All my firearms points.
How many is that?
4.
Okay.
So that's a good...
Yeah.
Yeah. It is time to gun.
It's not a burst, though. You're just going to damage.
Yeah, that's...
Maybe a little slow.
Alright, yep, that's going to be a 9.
All right, cool. Roll d6.
Alright. Please be a 1. That would be really nice today. Nope, 4.
4.
I'll
All
look
right.
out if it's a burst. It wouldn't have done anything. Just been nice damage.
Yeah, but yeah, you shoot him right in the neck, but he doesn't say that. That would be a lethal shot in someone else, but this guy is like, yeah, he doesn't bleed. He just got like little dry powder comes out, and yeah, the liquid thing rolls towards you, and. So yeah, unless you want to, you can give me an athletics check to run away.
Fight hand to hand.
I forgot if there's a fleeing skill. That's figure itself though. Yeah. So
Yeah, so...
Huge, nasty cat.
Seems like athletics.
Yeah, and I'm all out of athletics, so this is going to be a fun fucking roll.
all right,
So
he's gonna spend 2. He needs a 4.
that's where the 1 decided to come into play.
So
So
1 or 6?
that's a 1.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. He catches up
You
to
don't try
you.
lying sometime.
Yeah.
I'm not that be anymore. Sorry.
All right. It is just going to slam into you.
The black amorphous mass?
Yeah. So to knock you down, and he'll spend 2 on his attack roll. What's your hit threshold?
Where was that again? Sorry.
He rolls a 5, so I'm sure he hits you.
What was the hit threshold?
Hit threshold, if you're starting athletics, is 8 or higher before. Otherwise, it's a 3.
3 then.
All right. Yeah. All right. So you take 1 point of damage. You get knocked back, and it crowds the hallway out of it. Like it's a ship hallway. They're pretty narrow anyway, so you're literally blocked off. And let's see here. You're running.
Trying to get up on
Yeah.
the stairs.
Oh yeah. You have demolitions, right? That's
Yes.
a general ability, I think. Yeah. So you have to roll for it.
Okay.
Spend it.
A single point.
Yeah.
4 total?
Yeah.
All right.
You planted a bomb. Good job.
Finally did
Next
my job.
to the diesel tanks.
Sure. Yeah.
There we go.
It's definitely going to sink the ship in 10 minutes or yeah.
All right, we did. That's done. Let's go kill some Nazis. Let's go kill a Nazi.
All right, both of you
Yes,
give me
sir.
athletics checks to catch up.
5.
5.
4.
All right, both of you running up the stairs when you hear an explosion. And you hear an explosion as at least one of them found your little Easter egg. And,
That'll make him move slower.
and then you hear more gunfire. And
I localize that.
yeah, you can. I mean, you were heading for the bridge anyway. So I'll say we'll do one more round of this, and then you can show up. So you're knocked back, but with 1 point of damage, you're still on your feet, fortunately.
Yeah, like I'm not feeling my luck right now, so I just want to get the hell away from this thing. So
Okay. Yeah, give me athletics.
try again.
It's going to spend another 2.
All right,
You need a 7.
I don't get that. So
Okay. It is going to spend 3 to grab you.
okay.
So it succeeds because it can't fail. Actually, a 1 would still, I'd still roll it. It would still fail on a 1. But anyways, it's going to start strangling you. So yeah.
Is there any resistance on there, or just kind of waiting till that?
You need to make a difficulty 5 athletics check to break free. But not on this round. Yeah. So, Eli, you get to the hallway of the bridge, and you can see Gina being picked up and held by another one of those things.
The amulet didn't do anything last time. Can I get a burst in?
Oh, the amulet is glowing now that you think about it. Or you feel it hot on your chest. And you look down the hallway, and you can see Der Kleist looking at all of you and looking very angry.
I see him down the hallway?
Well, but through the thing, like, well, through the creature.
Oh, it's cool.
Yeah.
Good old translucent. So,
well, part of it's like dirty water. Like you can still see it. And yeah, you're pretty sure that's your guy.
All right, I have a point of unnatural now.
Oh yeah.
If I spin that, do I know the best way to employ this weird thing I'm wearing around my neck?
Yeah, it's a one-use thing. If you shove it inside one of these creatures, it'll implode.
I will do that.
Okay. That's going to be probably unarmed.
I have that.
Hit threshold is 4.
You have a plethora of ways to kill.
I make it at a 9.
Okay.
They call it blobs.
Let's see here. Both of you. Let's see here. You take 4 damage. You take 1 as the creature implodes around you, and you're peppered with shrapnel from bone and flesh, and that knocks you back for a bit.
I literally just like wipe that shit off of me and look at the Nazi. I'm like, Guten Tag.
Oh, no, the Nazi's gone by the time you recover.
Back here, Fritz.
So you two are coming up. You two are coming up the stairs, and you can see as you're coming up one level, trying to get to the bridge. You're one level below the bridge right now, Nelson and Marcus, and you can see down the hallway. You see 2 crew members one with a Mauser and the other one with a Sten gun, looking very like they were near somebody that got blown up, and they're looking a bit stunned by it. But they see you because you're just running.
Like, oh well, that's like I like them. Like stun's good, but let's go for more status effects with gun.
Okay, yeah. Are you also going to attack?
Yes.
All right.
I'll take one. You take the other.
All right. Difficulty 3 to hit them. They're
Just imagine you doing like the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, like no look Henry Cavill.
I just go. As we do it, it's very good.
yeah.
8.
5.
All right, yeah, you can roll lethality on this. Lethality 1, so roll d6. If you roll 1, they're instantly dead.
6.
That's 30 damage. They're dead.
Okay.
3.
That's 15 damage. He's dead. These are just dudes. They are not unnatural creatures. So they're not supernaturally resistant to things.
Oh man, if we killed the Nazi, we could steal his coat.
So
Well, they won't drown now. Let's go.
yeah. So the 2 of you are picking yourselves up after the creature exploded in front of you. And
What the fuck did you do?
No time for that.
as you do that, though, you see the ship's captain level a shotgun down the hallway. So he is going to fire it. And you can choose to get to cover, or you can try and shoot him before he shoots you.
I'm more of a shoot him before he shoots me type of guy.
Okay.
This defense is a good offense.
So I'll roll this by what you roll. So that'll be the shot goes over. So he's going to spend 2 firearms, and so how many are you going to spend?
I spend 3.
All right, roll off. He gets a 5.
I get a 8.
All right, that you can use the burst. Yeah.
So that would be 10 damage.
Yep, he is quite dead as he is riddled with submachine gun fire. So, yeah.
I am out of submachine gun ammo, so I drop that shit, grab the shotgun, and keep going.
It is a double barrel, by the way, not a pump action.
Give him 1 shell then.
Actually, did he have any keys on him or anything for the ship? Or
The captain, you want to search him?
just briefly, yeah. So.
Sure. All right, you spin around. You grab the shotgun. You can pat him down for extra shells too.
I got a Colt still. I'm
Okay.
not going to waste time for that. I'm Nazi hunting.
All right.
Also, for me, unlocking like one of the the rescue dinghies or anything. That's like this. The survival.
Yeah, you take care of that, Gina.
Yep.
All right.
I'm going off with you. Hey, I'm going off with you.
Yeah, you all catch up, and so you're hanging back a little bit to find the keys.
Yes.
So you do find the keys. Who's leading the way? I assume Eli.
Hey, I'm right behind him.
Okay. Give me a sense trouble check.
Like,
It's so funny.
Can I do that too?
You're like in the midst of a horrific gunfight.
Can I make a roll
Something
too?
could go wrong. I got a 6th sense of that.
Yeah.
Should I roll too?
He's up front, so.
I got a 5.
Okay. There is a tripwire on the door leading to the stateroom.
Hopping over that.
Well, no, like the doors. Well, no, you can see,
It's on the other side.
It's on the other side of the door, yeah. So basically, disarming it from this side of the door is going to be very difficult because you don't know. You assume it's an explosive or something like that, but you can try and go around to the other side, which would, take time. Or you could shoot down the door and just hope.
Is it like a bulkhead door or like a
It's a
stateroom
door. Yeah, it's a wooden door.
Could you just throw the door open and trip the wire that way?
Sure.
Well, I'm not throwing it open. I'm standing back and shotgunning the
Sure.
lock and waiting for it to explode. So,
Okay.
Or you get both hinges.
well, I don't have enough shells for that. I'm just gonna make sure it swings open and
Okay.
triggers whatever it is without me standing there.
Yeah, you do that. So the 3 of you watch as Eli does that.
Literally lying on the floor, like.
Yeah, and you blow open the lock. The door swings open. The tripwire trips, and it's not a grenade. It's a glass jar, and it falls to the ground and explodes open. and this mist rises up, and a form starts coming up out of the liquid and mist, solidifying.
How about we just, let's all empty a clip and do it now?
Oh yeah, if you haven't seen one of these things, well, I think all of you have seen one of these things now, but it turns out, you just put one in a jar, and when the jar shatters, it wakes up.
Oh yeah, it's all just...
I'm getting my gun. I'm having an empty gun. I'm getting the 1911.
All right, so that's what you do the round as it solidifies.
Yeah.
Can I use preparedness just to have like a mason jar? I mean, just scoop it back. Screw on the lid.
Dustpan.
You're too far away to do that. Yeah.
I call him the maid.
The one vacuum cleaner.
The best they have.
So yeah, you can give me a firearms check.
Codename is room service. Alright, I'm running out of firearms, but that's okay. 5.
Okay, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
3.
All right, you do
Right
3.
in the middle.
Yep. You wound it, Nelson. You can fire too if you want.
All right.
Do it.
6 total for hit.
You can roll a d6.
1.
All right.
No, that was a hit. That's good. That's lethality.
It is resilient to lethality. Yeah.
It's still 6 damage.
It's still damage, yeah, for sure. So it counts.
This is the only time. So lethality would be the only time.
Lethality is when you roll damage. If you roll a certain threshold, it just dies. If it's not a magic thing, or if you don't hit that threshold, it's the lethality rating times 5. So if it has a lethality 1, you roll a 1, just dead. If you roll a 2, it's 2 plus 5 because it's 5 times 4.
Okay.
If you have a lethality 2, 1 or 2 kills it instantly. But you roll a 3, then it's going to be 13. It's
All right.
a whole bunch of 9mm just speed spraying
right
down the
into
hallway.
It doesn't charge after you. It actually goes around the corner, and then a second later, you can hear the sound of a table being thrown in front of the door.
The door that I blew open?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but you find the keys. What do you want to do next?
Follow them back to where they to support them. So
Yeah, you can see that it looks like Kleist is cornered in the well, you assume he's cornered in the stateroom, but there's a door in front of it as the tables in front of the blown open door. So yeah.
Can I spend the point of intimidation?
To do what?
Yell at him. Young man.
I go, De Christ. Say his name.
He yells at what?
You shot in the neck. The ship's rigged to blow. We're going to be out of here either way. You stay here and die, or you come with us. That's it.
I have died before. I will die again. It is only temporary for those who understand the cosmos.
Truer words never spoken.
Actually, are there
Kick that door.
Actually, is there a stateroom? Does it have windows to the outside?
You can go around the other side.
I'll go around the other side.
All right, give me athletics if you're running.
I can do that.
Yeah, Nelson, do you want to follow him, or you?
Ooh, 8.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll support him.
Okay.
Athletics check 7.
All right. Yeah. So he doesn't want to surrender. Weirdly enough.
It's probably smart.
Yeah. So you. But no, I say your point of intimidation gets him to start ranting.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So he starts talking about, you don't understand the scope of our plans.
Oh, no, I want him monologuing as I...
the EE monologue.
He does monologue. It's kind of hard to understand because there's the monster inside is also kind of agitated.
Well, also, I've emptied 3 machine gun magazines in a fucking bulkhead hallway. I probably don't hear anything.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
Sure, it sounds cool.
It's like an adult in Peanuts. Yeah, for you. Yeah.
You're having a weekend with Townsend is what you're doing.
Yeah. So let's see here. So you're distracting him on that side of the stateroom. You two are getting up the other side. What about you?
I'm supporting Eli in the back.
Okay.
Put in the back. So once if he gets distraction right now and comes around the corner, I can get a lead.
Yeah, make sure nobody comes up on my ass while I'm trying to break into this room.
Yeah, you don't seem. It seems all the sailors willing to fight are dead. So if there are any other sailors, they might be heading for the lifeboats at this point.
Sure.
Yeah.
Good for them.
All right. You see the other door to the stateroom. It is closed. What are the two of you? How are you? What's the plan?
All right. Can we hear him on the other side?
Sure. Yeah.
Door locked.
No.
Probably another tripwire.
You can open up just a little bit and see.
Yeah, just like...
I thought we ran outside because of the windows. Aren't we going to shoot this guy through
No,
the window?
It's going through a door on the other side.
Yeah. The stateroom has 2 doors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Pete just cracked it. It's.
All right, give me a sense trouble check.
I'll spend all of the rest that I have left.
Weird.
6.
No, he only had 1 jar.
I just and then
Yes.
kick the door open.
Okay, so the combat's going to happen simultaneously. Everybody's going to act. So, because weirdly enough, Kleist was paranoid and not exactly entirely surprised people were coming through the other door. But so there's the monster in one corner and Kleist in the other corner, and then there's you two, and you're both. I assume you're. Well, who are you? What are you going to do?
Oh, the Nazi.
Okay, you're shooting the Nazi. Okay. The creature is rushing towards you. Kleist raises his hands up and points at you, and you feel pain. And can you give me the Fall Delta Green book?
Yeah, sorry.
What an asshole.
Yep. Weirdly enough, he knows some hypergeometry bullshit.
So do I, technically, but
Yeah, well,
not as much as him.
Yeah, he is his thing.
Oh, yeah, I
he's
got
full
like
of-
my hypergeometry atom bomb thing here. This I win the encounter thing.
You could use it now.
What was that again?
Oh, I forgot I got this hypergeometry check a while ago.
Oh, yeah. Let's. Where is. There it is. Yeah, 207. Just forgot the exact mechanics for withering. It's a classic spell, and Marcus Abrams gets to experience it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Please, sir, may I have another?
All right. So you take 6 health there, Marcus.
All right, I'm still
give me a
up.
stability check for unnatural as your flesh blackens and chars without fire.
5.
Okay. So you're fine, kind of.
You know, I'm in pain.
Yeah. You're
I'm thinking, it's magic. Good.
yeah, time is slowing down. You're feeling your atoms being ripped apart, and then you pull the trigger. So give me that firearms check.
That's all my firearms now.
All right.
All right. 5.
Okay. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
4.
All right. And
That's 9.
yeah,
9.
go ahead and roll your attack roll.
Check. All right, that's 4 total.
All right. Now roll damage.
That's a 2.
All right. So the 2, he bursts into dust as your bullets riddle him and as your flesh starts falling off, and the creature rushes in to pulver.
Francois, I wanted living Nazis.
Yeah. Well, maybe Francois didn't realize he's an undead nuts.
Coming back for Francois.
So he's going to spend 2 on each out of his pool of 16 to hit you and to hit you both. And so both of you get battered for 3 and get battered for 5.
So what's the negative number where you're at?
-6 you have to start making consciousness checks.
Okay, well, I'm at -4 now.
All right.
1.
And both of you are battered and slammed into the room as the creature starts disintegrating. So you hear all this happen from the other side. All right, give me athletics to knock
Trying to
it.
break it.
Yeah.
Spend 2. 7.
All right, you get in.
Boys.
Yeah, you can fire with your pistol if that's what you have.
Yeah, that's all I got left.
All right.
I make it.
All right, roll damage. You put a bullet in it, and let's see here. Gina, yeah.
You hit its
Now that
weak
we have
spot for
infiltrate right
massive
now, I
damage.
still have my machine gun, so
Yeah.
I'm going to roll in and...
Yeah, fire a burst on it.
Yep. See if we can actually make the roll now that I've had it. No.
You didn't spend any?
I feel I've used up all my...
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
So.
Yeah.
Do you have any preparedness left?
I do... Actually, no, I don't. Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, so it is disintegrating. But it is still alive, at least for the next round. So you can try to get away. You could try and keep shooting it. Yeah, we'll just go start with Eli.
Yeah, I'm not going to stop shooting it until it's off.
Okay.
All
All right.
So I will get really close.
All right, well, everyone declare, and then we'll
Get really close for a +2.
All right, yeah. Marcus, are you going to keep shooting it?
Keep shooting it.
All right.
Close for a +2.
All right, yeah. All of you roll, yeah. You did not grapple anybody.
Yeah, that's a 4 at least. So.
Oh, 5.
All right, if you roll a natural 1, though, you hit one of your teammates. So, yeah. Nobody rolled that?
No.
Nope.
I rolled
Okay.
6 for damage.
All right. 6.
Another 1.
And I was on the full burst. Well, no, I can't do the full burst because they're grappled, right? So
Well, I mean, you probably don't want to burst because it's in the middle of the room.
that's what I was saying.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
3 damage. So.
All right. 6,
1.
9, 10. Yeah, that's enough to kill it. So it collapses, and there's just this burst of foul liquid that washes through the room, ankle deep at one point, and then it just keeps
Like
pouring.
when the senator melts an X-Men.
Yeah, something like that. Only undead foul abomination. And you all have a couple minutes to get off the boat before it blows up. So, yeah.
I can still move okay with this much damage, right?
It's...
Notice
Yeah.
anything in the stateroom
Yeah,
that's worth grabbing.
yeah.
And I mean fast.
Yeah.
A cult to see if there's anything weird on that. So
This is a pillowcase job.
Like, we're unnatural. Can I look like
I'm gonna read this later.
Let's see here.
C8 off in the corner fighting.
it's like, fuck out of here.
Ooh, you found me. Not good for me.
Oh, it's like, oh, you're very scary.
I will say he does have a diary. So,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, literally.
And a Luger, but that's about it. Yeah. He used his little jar, so, and the gold was left. So yeah, but yeah, you all four, get on, see the naval ship that you're supposed to get on, and there's a lifeboat you can get on to transfer off of there, and you're managed to get off just in time. About a minute after you get onto the boat, you feel the explosion, and the ship, we hear it too. I mean, the ship starts shuddering, and yeah, the naval people. There's an officer saying, "Yeah, I'm supposed to Eli Munny."
Yeah, man. Something's fucking ripped. That's wild, right? he is completely adrenaline high. Like,
Yeah,
those two are like barely alive. Dragging.
yeah. The naval personnel start treating you.
I've had worse.
Yeah, spitting out teeth that are not your own, and yeah, you all.
I think you were strapped to the bottom of a truck. What the hell?
Yeah, so yeah.
You know what it feels like to be mummified by the ancient Egyptians? I do now, a little bit.
So you were able to sink the ship, and leaving the sarcophagus at the bottom of the ocean or the bay, really. And yeah, the others. Let's see here. Let's see. Keep it in line. So yeah, let's see here. When the naval ship doesn't take you back to Beirut. Yeah, it takes you to the nearest naval base, probably. Yeah.
I've been in Beirut for a while.
Yeah, and mission successful. So you have stopped a member of the Karatechia, and the diary when you go through it is heavily encrypted, so it would take months to figure out what he's actually saying, if that's even possible. And that's not your job, so you don't know what he said. But if it's
Sounds like a car stairs problem.
Yeah, it does sound like car stairs problem. But yeah, and you pinky swear that we totally killed a lot of monsters and it was very bad. So we
I'm just saying, if he doesn't believe us, a ship sank outside Beirut very conspicuously.
Yeah.
Some evidence.
Yeah. I mean, the diary's enough. The diary and the Luger, which is, were mocked, like authenticated. Like it was clearly the real thing. So yeah, that ends Operation Second Look, and you all gain 3 experience points for that. Yeah. And you will begin the next session with the home life stuff, just to keep that.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So yeah, any questions or anything? Yeah.
Just so I don't forget, what should my health return to?
You're in between missions. You'll be fully healed. So your stability stays the same. I don't think anybody's missing any sanity, are they?
No.
Yeah.
You've been lucky on that.
It's pretty hard to lose sanity.
Yeah. You have to confront like a great old one or something. Yeah. So, but yeah, that any comments, questions, suggestions? Yeah.
Punchy and fun.
Yeah.
Teamwork gets the job done.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate Shoggoth being on the sea right now. It's hard to discern.
But-
So,
and,
They're not Shoggoths, I'll tell you that much.
And also, I just rather enjoy the
I like a Shoggoth.
It's like we're experiencing memories and feelings of the dead, and we're just annoyed. Like, look, we're on a mission here. Can you stop?
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, thank you all for listening, and we'll talk to you later. And don't forget to check out Delta Green Dead channels.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and one day maybe Caleb will run this into the Delta Green system. So
Yeah, we'll see.
with other players. So we'll see how they handle this.
We'll be going through 7 characters by now.
Yeah, the lethality shit ain't fun when it's all just a percentile roll.
Like
Yeah.
to call it, so.
Yeah. All right, cool. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Let's see.